The tugboat, for its size, is the most powerful craft afloat. And the Star Tugs are the power between the docks and waterways that make up with the big city port.
You that I'm still
This
feeding and
is
clothing.
Tugs.
You already had the guts to bring a lady to my
1920s.
house, calling
Big
it
City
your
Port was the
own.
biggest harbor in the world. It was a time of great opportunity. Nobody knew it.
You that I'm still
Nobody knew
feeding
it then.
and
The
clothing.
hardworking tugs
You already
rose
had the
straight-
guts,
and
bringing a
big-
lady to my
the
house,
big
calling
harbor
it your
popular
own.
with everyone from the tramp steamers to the ocean liners. The important jobs to keep with the Optons night and day. My tugs were no exceptions. I had 3 harbor
You
tugs.
that I'm still
OJ,
feeding and clothing.
the paddle steamer.
You already had the guts to
Warrior
bring a
Big
lady
Mac.
to my house, calling
a
it your
rail
own.
tug, top hat.
You that I'm still
One
feeding
little-
and
one little
clothing.
switcher, 10 cents. And Hercules, my ocean-going tug. They were a good crew and serving the best. They were a good crew, serving to be the best port in the port. Not always succeed, but proud of their work. I remember the day that we got our first big break. It started like the most, at dawn. Good morning, Starfleet. Today I have charged another switcher to help out with the extra work. He's from upriver, 10 cents. He'll be working with you
Far
shortly.
away. You have nothing to worry about.
Sunshine.
You can start coming now. I'll be expecting you.
Settle down. Give Sunshine a chance. Now for the really big news. After a hard of bond,
Wow.
it looks like we have managed
Supposedly.
to line the Ocean Garden contract for one of the biggest line for around.
Wow.
Duchess. When she arrives this afternoon, the Starfleet will bring into the dock.
So
But
when are
first
you
we got to
graduating
prove
again?
ourselves. OJ, you're in charge. Big Mac,
I wouldn't say less scared.
Top Hat Warrior.
Really?
You're
But
on the
just
side
because
bush.
I'm worried about the future doesn't mean I'm not worried about you now.
On your way. 10 cents. So Sunshine. So.
Of course
on your
I'm
way,
not
10
worried.
cents.
Anywho,
Show Sunshine
I'd better
how to
get
work
this
it,
thing.
done and
Of
back.
course I'm not worried.
Now the rest of you.
Of course
I want
I'm
you to
not
finish-
worried, Twilight.
finish early so you get
Anywho,
working
I better
with
get
Speck and
this
Span
thing
with the
started.
Duchess this afternoon. Our biggest
I'm
rivalry
supposed
of
to
those
meet
days
Big Mac
had
for a
Zero
while.
with his set stacks. He was always looking forward to get further ahead.
Of course I'm not worried. Except,
In the morning, Hercules had an important contract.
of
with the
course
coast.
I'm not
I
worried.
was to lose his great strength on this very day.
Anywho, I'd
I
better
was
get
near
this thing
the
started.
most.
Anywho, I better get this thing started before I...
This was Lucky's yard, and where the boat. This is Lucky's yard, where all the harbor's boats repair. This is Lucky's yard, where the harbor's boats repairs were made. Next to it was a seaplane hangar. One of the Star Tugs' job was to feed supplies for Sally.
We can talk about it now. Yes, he has graduated before. But there is nothing to show
Zip
for
and
it.
Zug knew where to exactly find Big Mac. They were waiting for him.
They were waiting for him. He should really see a doctor.
Big Mac
That
had
doesn't
no
sound
idea
anything
the
right
Zug-
at all.
Big Mac had no idea.
Well,
that the
at
Zug
least he's
stacks
not
were
firing
laying
it.
a trap.
What are we meant to do about it? But what do I meant to do about it?
The Starfleet were doing their best without.
I
Big
wouldn't
Mac.
say less
Oh, right. It looks
scared.
like they're going to make it. But Zora was still.
Oh,
waiting
didn't
for
I
another
tell you?
chance.
Rainbow Dash is officially a Wonderbolt.
That's the tricky part.
Oh, didn't I
That's the tricky
explain to
part
you
for the
guys?
doctor option.
Oh, didn't I
But you
tell
stay
you
there,
guys?
Zora.
Rainbow
watch
Dash is a
closely.
wonderbolt.
Let's see, Sunshine
I
and
mean,
Terrence
mine
are
does.
working hard at their new job when OJ orders Sunshine to ease back. Zoran saw his chance, and when he found no one else is looking, he moved hard on Sunshine.
Hi, Snuffles.
Sunshine went into the rubber on the big line.
This is a joke,
The only
right?
way that
You don't
happened.
think that these things...
Starfree had to accept help from the Z-Stacks. Ashamed. and
Come on,
confused,
Buster. He just
Sunshine
doesn't
couldn't
get
explain
it.
what happened.
I
So,
mean, mine does. And
he
if
slipped
it...
away.
What?
The Star Tugs was still busy. He didn't know the sleepy tramper, Izzy, had been watching the whole incident.
Then you must be wondering why he was muttering about. Yeah, the history of the Wonderbolts, no big deal. I can study for it. I hope.
A few days ago, we had Savage to talk about Sunshine, and he was taken to Lucky's yard, and I'm glad to tell you that little damage was done. As for the Starfleet, we learned a valuable lesson here. A lesson about trust and friendship. I think we had 10 cents to thank for that. And for the rest of us, about jumping into conclusions before knowing the truth. Now, I know you're being a
I swear I won't lie to you. And I would never cheat on you.
In my feet, after a lot of work, is that my Star Tugs will always be truth, honest, and forgiving. Now, if you looked at the port, I would like you to welcome our new recruit, Sunshine. I am proud to have you in my fleet.